going on, WSPL? This is your Commissioner Chuck Colorado here, bringing you the rematch you've all been waiting for. Week 10 action in the GBA. This is the last week of the season. The very last week of the season. I have, been waiting for this, for the finale. Not the finale yet, but it's been a long time. It's been a long season. I can't believe we've come this far. But I'm really growing accustomed to my guys. I'm really liking how this regular season has turned out so far. So we're going to hop right into the battle. This is against Julius Cheng, the head coach of the San Francisco 49Tales. And notice that he does have 9 tails. He did pick up his mascot, and he did pick up something else that I didn't face the first time around, which is that fat, pudgy-ass mouse squirrel with a little balloon on its tail. I don't know what it is, but it's an Azumarill. And you wouldn't think by looking at it that it fucks things up, but you guys all know that Azumarill is nothing to play around with. So he's got 2 new guys on his team. He's bringing Victini, who ends up being a Fizztini, as in physical. Spoiler alert. Registeel, who is a massive wall, Jellicent, and Mega Gyarados, who could be any number of things. I really think Julius has done a good job switching up his Mega Gyarados and making people guess, kind of what's coming. So he does a really good job with that. I kind of planned for an offensive one. That's what he brought against me last time, but we'll see what happens. I'm bringing Megazard X. Infernape, who my new pickup. So let's talk about that for a second. So I really like Bisharp. I drafted Bisharp because I wanted a physical hitter. Something with knockoff, a stab knockoff. Yeah. But then I do have another steel type in Fortress. I do have another dark type in Crocodile. And I just wanted to pick up a faster physical attacker with more versatility. And Infernape is pretty versatile. I know close combat Flare Blitz, but there's a number of different things you can do with them. He can learn a lot of different TMs. He can learn a lot of different moves. You could run a Stealth Rock's Fake Out lead set that has Taunt. I've seen that before. I've seen a mix set, so a bunch of different stuff. This guy is a physical attacker, this one that I have, that I brought today, but I do have other ones in the arsenal. Rotom Wash, standard Rotom Wash. There is no standard Rotom Wash. He's specially offensive Rotom Wash. Fortress, standard Quagsire, who is kind of my physically defensive core in case Belly Drum or Gyarados try to get cheeky and set up. I'm sorry for the lack of focus. And then I have specially defensive Togekiss, who's been my special wall for most of the year. And has done a really, really good job. So I'll hop right into this battle. Julius said that before the battle, when he battles me, he gets nervous because he said it's like walking into a bar fight. So I got a real chuckle out of that. So I'm expecting, that's exactly what I'm expecting, is a bar fight. He's going to lead off with Gyarados. And that was the one thing I didn't want him to lead with. It is defensive Gyarados. It has Intimidate. I thought he would lead with maybe Ninetales to get the sun up. Or I expected a Jellicent lead because I know Jellicent carries Taunt. So those are my 2 expected leads. He's going to go for a Toxic here, which sucks. I thought he would want a Dragon Dance right away, honestly. I thought he'd be an offensive Gyarados. So that's why I went into Quagsire, because Quagsire is unaware to the D dance. But he Toxics me, and then he taunts me, so he's completely crippling me. I can't Toxic him. I can't use Recover. My Quagsire is Toxic, which is the worst thing my Quagsire can do, except for taking a Grass attack, obviously. So Julius gets a lot of momentum. He started really well. With Gyarados. Like I said, I thought if I brought in Charizard X against his what was I gonna say? A predicted Ninetales lead or a predicted Jellicent lead. If I brought in Charizard X against any of those, then I would have been in a real good position. I thought so. That's what I wanted to do, but it didn't happen. He's gonna Mega up. I'm gonna bring in Fortress. Fortress does actually stop Mega Gyarados. So I'm gonna predict the taunt here because I saw that he already had it. I can't get up my Stealth Rocks. I can't Rapid Spin. So it's another good play on his part, but I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. I mean, why not? That's not really super effective damage. But that was the only thing I could really do. Come in with Fortress, take a Waterfall, and then I knew I was going to get taunted. So
Volt switch out and go into someone with a little more offensive power. So he's going to switch here. I thought about Volt switching here, but I thought he might stay in case he had Earthquake or anything like that. I am carrying the Air Balloon, though, because Excadrill Mold Breaker is a thing, and that got me last time. So I am carrying the Air Balloon on this guy.
He's going to go out into a special wall, Registeel, and take that Thunderbolt like a champ. So I'm just going to Volt Switch out of here. A lot of Volt Switching going on this match, but hey, Switch Initiative is a real thing, so why not take advantage of it? The team captain is definitely taking advantage of it. That's what he does. So I'm going to go into Mega Charizard X here, expecting Stealth Rocks, and that's what he goes for. So Mega Charizard X is back in now after the Stealth Rocks, and he's not intimidated by that Gyarados. And here I thought was a really questionable play on Julius's part because he stays in. I don't know if Registeel can live 1, but he's not in max health. He's not at max health. Maybe 1 at max. I doubt it. I mean, this is a Megazard X. I am getting the Tough Claws boost because the Flare Blitz is making physical contact. It's a stab move. But yeah, he loses his Registeel, and that is absolutely huge for me because that is such a big wall on both ends for him that Rotom Wash is free to Thunderbolt away next time he comes in, which is just amazing. I love every second of that. So he's going to go out in the Mega Gyarados. He doesn't get the Intimidate here. I guess I could have stayed in now that I didn't see the Intimidate, but I guess my inkling was to just go out in the Rotom Wash and force more offensive pressure on him. So he's going to go for the Toxic. And Rotom Wash is now Toxic, so Quagsire and Rotom Wash are both Toxic, so everyone is struggling here. Everyone's feeling that hurtness. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch here. He does stay in, predicting a Volt Switch. I could have Thunderbolted. I don't see why not, because no one can really take it on his team. Should have Thunderbolted there. But that was a mistake on my part. I'm going to go out the Fortress Token. Fortress really hard stops this defensive Gyarados because it has Toxic, Taunt, Waterfall, which I can take for days, and unboosted, uninvested Waterfall. And I don't know what the other move is. I'm not sure. Toxic Taunt. I don't know. Maybe a T-Wave he's got on there. I don't know. But I'm going to Volt Switch here again. A lot of Volt Switch going on. Like I said, I bring in Fortress on that because he can stop it. And Gyarados really can't do anything to me. But I am taunted. So Rotom comes in again. He's going to take some Stealth Rocks damage this time. I think he takes a little bit of Poison, maybe. He's floating on his Air Balloon, which Rotom Wash on an Air Balloon, no one would ever run, but this is the GBA, and you have to game plan like that. So didn't want Mold Breaker Excadrill being a thing, so we are going to Shadow Ball here. And he's just going to Recover Stall me. I thought Shadow Ball would be the safer play in case he wanted to bring in Victini. But he's just going to Recover Stall me, and I'm like, alright, I guess I'll have to go for something more powerful here. Like I said, the Registeel going down is huge. So huge because this Ninetales isn't going to appreciate a Thunderbolt. I mean, I'm not sure what this thing's spread is. I don't really see Ninetales a lot. I thought this was a good switch, but this is really all he has to go to. And then if you really have to rely on Ninetales, I guess for being that big of a wall. And I don't know. I mean, he does take that pretty well, I guess. He does get the Parahacks. But I am not scared of this thing because I have Togekiss, so I could just hard switch out into that. I do get to Parahacks, which is nice. I think hacks were in my favor again, as you'll see later. But that's the way the game goes. So I've had some bad luck this year as far as Will-O-Wisp misses go. So whatever. I'm going to go into Togekiss here, who does a number of things for my team. Togekiss can Roost, Togekiss can Heal Bell, and Togekiss can Flinch. So I'm going to Roost here. Just get back up to full, see what he wants to do to me. Ninetales can carry some hacksy stuff. He's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Excuse me. I am burping because I just ate dinner. So yeah, but I need to go for a Heal Bell here because Quagsire is toxic, Rotom Wash is toxic, and Togekiss is burned. So he's curing 3 statuses right here. So status heavy team Julius brought, strapping Toxic on Gyarados, which I didn't see coming. But hey, what are you gonna do? You can't game plan for every single scenario. You just kind of gotta hope worst case scenario, as Kyle has said before, and just go with that. So I'm just gonna Air Slash for damage. He brings out another special wall, which is Jellicent.
And I'm just going to flinch here. So here I do get, I think, a couple flinches. Spoiler alert with Air Slash. But that's just Togekiss. I mean, Togekiss dropped late. Any of y'all could have got Togekiss, but he was late. I forgot him like 7th round. So I don't feel too bad, I guess. It's whatever. This is the only thing I really have to hurt Jellicent. I'm especially a defensive set. I do get a flinch right there. But I'm not really worried about anything he has to do with me. I guess he could taunt me first. Or he could Toxic me. I'm pretty sure Julius carries Toxic on this, too. So everything is Toxic. Has Toxic on it. I guess he just really wanted to Toxic that Quagsire, which is a really good play. I do get a crit and a flinch right there. So more Hex piling up on my side. They happen, though, so I really can't complain. I mean, they've happened to me. I don't know what to say. Y'all know how it goes with Hex, so... I'm expecting a recover right here. And Rotom Wash was just Toxic, guys. He would just receive the Toxic. Now he's going to receive another. He receives another Toxic. I was expecting a recover right there. I figured I could go in and just hit anything really hard with a Thunderbolt. But yeah, now at this range, because of the crit and the flinches, a Thunderbolt will take out Jellicent, which is really awesome for me. Like I said, he can't really bring in the Registeel because it's gone, and Ninetales isn't going to enjoy too many more Thunderbolts, and it's PZ'd, so the PZ mattered, but taking out that Registeel and not over-predicting at the beginning was really key for me. That was huge, so I love that. Rotom Wash is at the end now of his life. I'm just going to stay in and scout to see what kind of Victini this is, because he brought a special Victini against me the first time. It ends up being a Power Punch Victini, or a physical Victini, like I said, with Power Punch. So now he's at +1, so my scouting has given him a +1 advantage, and he has Life Orb. So that sucks. I really don't have anything to go out into this. We got on the Mega Charizard X, I was like, God, that was so much damage from those rocks. And he ends up going for a V-Create here. I do quad resist it. It is a V-Create, but I do quad resist it. And he's at +1, and Life Orb, and Mega Charizard X lives. I don't know how he took that hit, but I didn't have anything to really go out into Victinian. I mean, maybe Togekiss, but Togekiss probably would have died. Fortress, who is another physical wall of mine, is weak to 4 times weak to fire, so you wouldn't have lived to Recreate. And I want Quagsire around for Azumarill. That's what I want, Quagsire around for that thing. I'm not fucking around with this thing, you know? So here it comes. He's going to Aqua Jet me. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the first death of Mega Charizard X recorded on a WSGL GBA video. The first death. So hats off to Mega Charizard X. If I wasn't holding my phone with 2 hands, I would give him a round of applause. But so I'm going to go into Quagsire here. I could do a number of different things, but I figured in case he wanted a Belly Drum, I wanted to get solid damage on it, and Earthquake was the best play. Because he does have the Ninetales, and it was like, I guess I want to say half a prediction going out to that, and half just wanting to get damage on the Azumarill in case it wanted to Belly Drum, or anything like that. So I take out that Ninetales, and I think from here I know it's sort of game over. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, he has the Gyarados, but Gyarados is going to come in. He doesn't get the Intimidate. He's going to taunt me, which is fine. I wasn't trying to Toxic it anyways. I'm just going to go for the Scald. If I can get a burn on this thing, he will absolutely do nothing to Fortress. And there's the burn, so that works. So I think all he's got is Gyarados and Azumarill, but Azumarill is banded, so I didn't really have to worry about a Belly Drum. But I did, just in case, I went for that Earthquake and I took out the Ninetales, which I thought was, a good, safe, medium of the road play, so I went for it. Here comes Fortress. Fortress cannot get Toxic. He can get taunted, which is fine. But, that's whatever to me. I'm just gonna, I think I go for a Volt Switch here just to kill the Gyarados or get damage on the Azumarill. He's just gonna go for a Waterfall, and he's burned, so that's not gonna do anything. So I'm gonna Volt Switch that, and he's gonna die to burn next turn. So I'm gonna go back out into Quagsire. So I figure it's I'm still scared of the Azumarill. I'm still scared of the Azumarill. So I'm just gonna do that. And now,
it's pretty much game over from here, honestly. He's going to die to burn, and I don't know how many. I think I have 4 guys left. I think Ronan Wash has died, and Megazard X has died, so it's 4-on-1 right now. He's going to play rough with his banded ass. Damn, that did a lot, so I'm just going to Earthquake here for some nice damage. I guess I could have Toxic, but just want to get as much damage on this thing as possible, honestly, so. He's going to play rough again. It's going to take me out. I told Julius after this match that Quagsire was like the offensive lineman of this team, if there were an offensive lineman, because he has taken so many hits for people. It's like Ronan Wash, the team captain, pulled a Walter Payton and took Quagsire out for took Quagsire and all the rest of the walls out for some dinner, and bought them all Rolexes like Walter Payton did for his 85 Bears offensive line. So that's exactly what Ronan Wash did for big Azumarill, because or big Quagsire, sorry, because Quagsire has taken so many hits for the team this year, and it's been pretty insane what he's been able to do. He has been able to really come in and either be like death fodder or toxic things or burn things. So I'm really proud of Quagsire, the way he's played so far. So I know at this point that Julius' Azumarill is banded, and I'm going to go into Infernate. He can't Aqua Jet me, and I'm just going to Thunder Punch for the victory. So that was the game. I finished 9-1, but I just received news that Kyle has also finished 9-1, so he will be receiving the Earth Badge. Hats off to Kyle for that. More badges for Kyle. Is this like his 4th? I don't even know. I've lost count of how many badges Kyle has, but round of applause for Kyle for being an awesome competitor this year. But I'm pretty sure, I'd have to do the tallies, but I'm like 99% sure that Julius and I are going to face off for the 3rd time in round 1 of the playoffs. So I hope you guys stick around for that. It's going to be, like Julius said, a bar fight. So I will see you guys later.